Welcome back to Alan Wake Part 5. And in this concluding episode of Episode 1 of Alan Wake, we now are still on the way to the gas station that we've been reaching for the past 25 minutes.
So why is the end of the first episode just us reaching the gas station? It seems like a very poor place to end an episode.
Well, it's like the Chekhov's gun. The gun was in the distance. It was on the wall above the hearth in the fireplace. And you know that in Chapter 1, if you see the gun, Chapter 3, it absolutely has to go off.
But it really doesn't. It can just sit there for the entire play.
Oh, it's a sitting there. There's one thing that gas stations do well is sit.
It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come.
Portable TVs do not have the greatest of brightness settings.
On the screen.
Portable TVs also are appropriately set in ransacked gas stations. Wouldn't you agree?
Maybe. It sounds like he's describing one of the first events of the side game that you already played.
Oh yeah, the dining room. I mean the diner. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I would not be surprised if the creators used a similar formula from the original to the sequel.
Not really. I mean, you could have, you could have a couple of pancakes and that would get you through most of your day.
A stack of flapjacks will get you to noon. Take another stack to get to 2.
And then have a candy bar. That'll get you to 3. And then you can be hungry for 2 hours. Moha, moha, moha.
Peanut butter is great for a salad with Rice Krispies and sugar.
It's not really a salad anymore at that point.
No, in fact, it just sounds like a random grab bag of goodies and candies. I'm looking. There it is. There's the thing I was looking for.
Another flare gun.
Another flare gun ammo never hurts.
Well, unless you light it off on your feet.
Then everybody will know where to find me. In fact, even I know where I am. I'm in a very hot place. Ow. Ow. This was a terrible idea.
I do like the emphasis on shadow that the Dark World brings out. Although I find that flare gunning 3 opponents down at once means that it has a bit too large a blast radius.
Well, that's why they only gave me 3 bullets up to this point.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows.
Light doesn't really flood. I mean, it can blind, certainly, but it doesn't flood.
But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Well, they say that light has mass, therefore light can occupy a space, just like water.
Yes, but it takes such an extreme amount of condensed light in order to physically occupy space that you will never actually notice light directly impacting other matter around it.
I feel like the Alan Wake universe would support this hypothesis. We must concentrate light and then swing it around like a baseball bat.
Now, they mentioned Carl Sagan, but I don't actually know what Carl Sagan actually did to advance scientific thought.
He ran a TV show called he ran like a TV show about the solar system or the outer space in general.
Okay.
He helped bring that information into the American living room in like between like the 70s and the 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Sometimes,
which would explain why I know nothing about him.
Sometimes it's not enough to create a theory, it's good enough to simply communicate it into a manner that people understand.
True.
This is the boss fight at the end of episode 1. There are many taken during this, so watch every corner.
Bounce! Is it easy and fatal? Count your tools before! This nice tool, forgotten inside the engine, has destroyed...
Ouch, ouch.
I am cornered. Round of stuns. Let's have a round of stuns for everyone. Alright, now it's just you and me now, buddy.
Ouch. So, do the Taken actually have a critical damage boxes?
Critical damage boxes?
Where if you hit a specific part of their body, they'll take critical damage?
Nope.
Damn it.
It's... at this point, I am convinced that they moved the engine from this game directly to American Nightmare, which means that there is no damage modeling.
Damn. Damage modeling is important in third-person shooters.
I know, but these creatures are not human. They don't take extra damage if you shoot them in the head.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
I don't recognize it.
I don't fucking remember it either. Alan, your memory is distorted. You're remembering things that didn't actually happen.
Darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting, at least for a moment. The sane world reasserted itself.
Allowing me to find another manuscript page.
And tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled.
It's the black goo from X-Files. Damn it.
Oh, what a great.
If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
I like the image of the black pool of oil spreading out as though to symbolize Stucky's soul being conquered by the darkness.
I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
Now that's possessed Jack worried about Alice, right?
Yes.
Okay. Possessed Alan, sorry.
It's also the that evil things must die. As I was saying, that is the manifestation of the manuscript that we had found just 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
So for those of us who are just catching up, these manuscript pages all indicate that the story that he's reading is coming true before his eyes. Goddamn writers. Telephone.
That is not how you use a phone, Alan.
Rainbow Sheriff Station.
Wow, you guys are fast.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen,
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Well, he's right, but at the same point, I wish he would have told her anyway.
Well, disclosure goes both ways, I think, because it seems that Alan Wake also needs to catch up with reality. Dun dun dun.
Time manipulation.
Next time on Alan Wake.
Goku kills Frieza. What?
And in the next part, we will begin episode 2 of Alan Wake. We're going to take a break from this game for a little while. We will see you guys when that episode premieres.